Next on the Made to Travel podcast.
Where are you from? What floor am I on? Let's eat at Let's Meet. Here's what you might have missed. We're Colin and Pam, and we moved from Kelowna, BC, Canada, to Penang, Malaysia in July 2022. We've been learning about life here in Malaysia and exploring the region. This podcast is a way for us to share our experiences with you, whether you're interested in learning about living as an expat, or you just want to keep up with what we're up to. Now you're caught up. We've posted a few videos about some of our driving experiences here in Malaysia, and some of you have probably noticed that all the license plates on the cars look the same, with nothing that seems to indicate anything beyond just the car's license plate number. Recently I found out that some people here don't appreciate drivers from KL or Kuala Lumpur, so they'll deliberately try to make driving more difficult for them. While I'm a bit surprised to hear that some people would choose to act like this, the bigger question is, how do they know if someone isn't from here, let alone if they're from Kuala Lumpur or anywhere else for that matter? There are no color differences between the plates that are on regular automobiles, no state symbols or mottos, so how could someone even tell the difference? So with this question in front of me, I started to do a little bit of digging, and I've discovered how to tell where each car comes from in Malaysia. Once you learn it, it's not really that difficult actually. You just need to be able to read the first letter of a license plate. The first letter of each license plate tells you where the car comes from. P is the first letter on most license plates around here, so P is obviously the letter assigned to Penang. It turns out that there is a separate one-letter differentiator for each of the 13 states in Malaysia, as well as 2 of its 3 federal territories. It goes like this. The letter A is for the state of Perak, B is for Selangor, C is for Pahang, D is for Kelantan, J is for Johor, K is for Kedah, M is for Malacca, N is for Negeri Sembilan, P, like I said, is for Penang, Q is for the state of Sarawak, R is for Perlis, S is for Sabah, and T is for Terengganu. The 2 federal territories that have their own letters are Putrajaya, which has the letter F, and Kuala Lumpur gets 2 letters, V and W. Now, just because someone has a plate on their car for one state or another doesn't mean that is where they're from necessarily. It just means that the car was originally registered there. I've seen a few cars that I know are from people who live right here in Penang, but the letter on their car indicates that it's from somewhere else. So probably when they moved here, they didn't replace their plate, they just left it. So it looks like they're from somewhere else, but they live here. So now when we're driving around Malaysia, we can know a little bit more about the vehicles that we see along the way. But I promise you, we will not be deliberately making it more difficult for drivers from Kuala Lumpur or anywhere else for that matter. Some things are just different here. Floor numbering on buildings in Malaysia works differently than we're used to in North America. The ground level here is typically designated as G, or ground floor, while the first floor is actually the second floor. Also, due to superstition, floor numbers that end in 4 are replaced with the number of the floor before, followed by the letter A. This is most likely because the pronunciation for the word four in Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, and Korean sounds similar to the words for death, so floors that sound like death are skipped due to superstition. The exception to this rule is the 14th floor. Like in North America, superstition dictates that 13 is also unlucky, but instead of just skipping over the number 13, it is instead given the designation 12A, and the 14th floor gets labeled as 12B. So we have 3A instead of 4, 12A and 12B instead of 13 and 14, and as buildings have higher and higher floors, the 24th, 34th floors, etc., each gets replaced with 23A, 33A, and so on. The floors 40 to 49, I'm not sure what they do in that situation, and we haven't really encountered many buildings that tall where we could find out yet. Let's Meet is a very popular local American-style restaurant. It's nestled within the Permai district, just a short drive away from where we live. While I've learned throughout my time living here in Penang that most restaurants advertising Western fare often leave much to be desired, Let's Meet has proven to be a delightful exception to this rule. The menu offers a unique take on North American classics, from juicy burgers and mouth-watering pastas to pulled pork sandwiches, omelets, and eggs benny. This is not a limited menu by any means. In fact, Let's Meet boasts a diverse selection of delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner options.
I'm gonna have your waffle chicken. Chicken and waffle.
What flavor would you like?
Just plain.
Just plain, okay.
Honey and lime sounds good, but not the sriracha.
Alright.
Just plain.
And I will have a beef burger, please.
Beef burger?
With all the toppings.
Alright.
And then with, I'll try the Let's Meat.
Just a last one?
Sure. And I would like to add bacon to that as well.
Bacon, okay. Sure. Okay, so a beef burger with everything on it, Let's Meat sauce, and then one chicken and waffles plain, yeah?
Yes.
Alright.
It's certainly not the type of restaurant we could hope to fully explore in just 1 or 2 visits. The prices are consistent with what you should expect here, a little more expensive than eating at food stalls or even fast food, but still much cheaper than eating at a similar restaurant back home. We've dined at Let's Meet twice now, each time ordering something new and unique, and have been thoroughly satisfied after both meals. The food is always fresh, flavorsome, and generously portioned. The cozy, casual ambience also provides the perfect backdrop for enjoying these satisfying American classics. We will undoubtedly be returning again soon to sample more of the tantalizing menu items we've yet to try. Don't miss out on our adventures. Hit subscribe and join these toes on our travels around the world. Leave a comment and let us know your thoughts. We love hearing from you.